Teho opened his eyes slowly. Something was wrong. He could feel weight on his chest. Heavy weight. He blinked in the dim morning light that came through his tent. His breath caught in his throat. There was a woman lying on top of him, but she was not human. Her skin had a silver color, like moonlight on water. Her face looked almost human, but her bones were shaped differently. Her cheekbones were higher. Her eyes were closed, but he could see they were larger than normal human eyes. She wore a strange suit that seemed to glow with soft blue lights. But some of the lights were flickering. Some were dark. Teho's heart pounded. He wanted to scream. He wanted to push her off and run. But he was a scientist. He studied animals in the wild. He knew that panicking was the worst thing to do. He took a slow breath and tried to think clearly. The woman was breathing. Her chest moved up and down slowly. She was alive. But something was wrong with her. Her silver skin looked pale. There was a dark stain on her shoulder, blood or something like blood. It was a deep purple color. Teho carefully moved his hand. He needed to reach his phone. It was in his jacket pocket, just a few feet away. But when he tried to shift his body, the woman made a small sound. Her eyes opened. Teho froze. Her eyes were beautiful and terrifying at the same time. They were large and almond-shaped. The color shifted from gold to green to blue like oil on water. She stared at him. Her face showed pain and fear. She said something. The words made no sense. The language was nothing Teho had ever heard. It sounded like music mixed with static from a radio. She reached up with one hand and touched something on her neck. A small device. It beeped. Then she spoke again. This time, Teho understood. "Please," she said. Her voice was strange, with an odd echo. "Do not be afraid. I need help." Teho's mouth was dry. He tried to speak, but no words came out. He tried again. "What? What are you?" "I am Vila," she said. She winced in pain. "I am from far away. Very far away. My ship crashed. They shot me down. They are hunting me." "Who is hunting you?" Teho asked. His voice shook. "The Krell," Vila said. "They are bounty hunters. They work for the Communion. I have something they want. Something important." She moved her hand to her side. There was a small metal device attached to her belt. It was no bigger than a phone. "I stole data, information. They will kill me to get it back." Teho felt like he was in a dream. This could not be real. Aliens were not real. But she was here. She was bleeding. She was hurt. "You need a doctor," Teho said. "No," Vila said quickly. "No doctors. If others see me, the Krell will find me faster. They will kill anyone who helps me. You are already in danger. I am sorry. I did not mean to involve you. My ship's systems failed. I crashed. I crawled here. I saw your light. I just needed somewhere safe. Then I collapsed." Teho looked at her shoulder. The wound looked bad. "You are bleeding. You will die if I do not help you." "Then help me," Vila said. Her eyes fixed on his. "Please." "I came to your world because I believed humans were different. I believed you would help. How do you know about humans?" Teho asked. Vila coughed. More purple blood came from her mouth. "No time. They are coming. I can feel their scanners. They will be here soon. Please, help me or leave me. But decide now." Teho thought fast. He had been alone in these mountains for a week. He was studying the wildlife here. His camp was remote. Very remote. The nearest road was 5 miles away. The nearest town was even farther. He had supplies. He had medical equipment. Basic stuff, but maybe enough. He made a decision. "Okay," he said. "I will help you. But you need to move." "Can you move?" Vila nodded. She rolled off him slowly. She cried out in pain but did not stop. Teho sat up. He grabbed his jacket and put it on. Then he reached for his medical kit. It was in a waterproof bag near the tent entrance. He opened the kit and looked at Vila's shoulder. The wound was deep. There was something in it, something metallic. It looked like a piece of sharp metal stuck in her flesh. "What is that?" Teho asked. "Shard from their weapon," Vila said. "It is poisoning me. You must remove it." Teho had removed foreign objects from animals before, bullets, arrows, traps, but never from an alien. He did not know if her body would react the same way. But he had no choice. He took out his tweezers. He cleaned them with alcohol. Then he looked at Vila. "This will hurt." "I know," she said. "Do it," Teho worked carefully. The shard was buried deep. He had to pull hard. Vila bit down on her hand. She did not scream, but tears ran down her silver face. Finally, the shard came out. It was small and black. It seemed to pulse with a dark energy. Teho threw it outside the tent. He cleaned the wound as best he could. He used bandages to cover it. Vila's breathing was heavy, but she nodded at him. "Thank you," she said. Suddenly, there was a sound outside. A high-pitched whine. Like a machine. Teho looked at Vila. Her eyes went wide with fear. "They are here," she whispered. Teho moved to the tent entrance. He looked outside carefully. The morning sun was rising over the mountains. The forest was quiet. Too quiet. The birds were not singing. Then he saw it. Something was moving through the trees. It was big. Much bigger than a person. It walked on two legs, but it was not human. Its body was covered in dark armor. Its head had no face. Just a smooth black surface with red lights. In its hands was a weapon. A large gun that glowed with blue energy. The creature was scanning the area. A beam of light shot from its head. It moved across the ground. Across the trees. It was searching. Teho ducked back into the tent. His mind raced. They could not stay here. They needed to run. But Vila was injured. She could barely move. And he did not know these mountains well enough in the dark. "Can you walk?" he asked Vila. "I will try," she said. "We need to go," Teho said. Now he helped Vila stand. She leaned on him. He grabbed his backpack with his supplies. Then they moved to the back of the tent. Teho cut a hole in the fabric with his knife. They crawled through. Behind them they heard a sound. A loud electronic screech. The Krell had found the tent. Teho and Vila ran into the forest. Or rather, Teho ran and Vila stumbled beside him. The morning light was growing stronger. That was good and bad. They could see where they were going, but the Krell could see them too. Teho's research station was 2 miles away. If they could reach it, maybe they had a chance. His colleague HFY was there. She was a medical doctor. She could help. If she believed him. If she did not panic. Behind them, the electronic screech grew louder. The Krell was following. Teho ran faster. Vila kept pace. Whatever her species was, they were strong. Even injured, she moved quickly. The forest was thick here. The trees were close together. That was good. It would make it harder for the Krell to follow. But Teho knew the forest. He knew the paths. He knew where to go. They ran for what felt like hours, but was probably only 20 minutes. Finally, Teho saw the research station ahead. It was a small building made of wood and metal. It looked safe. But Teho knew safety was an illusion now. He had made a choice to help this alien woman. Now his life would never be the same. Now he was part of something bigger. Something dangerous. Something that would change everything. They reached the door of the station. Teho pounded on it. "Hey, open up. It's an emergency." The door opened. A young woman stood there. She wore glasses and had her hair tied back. She looked at Teho. Then she looked at Vila. Her eyes went wide. Her mouth opened. But no sound came out. "I know how this looks," Teho said. "But please, we need your help. We need it now." HFY stared at the silver-skinned woman in Teho's arms. For a long moment, nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Then HFY stepped back and pulled the door wide open. "Get inside," she said. Quickly. Teho helped Vila through the door. HFY closed it and locked it. She turned to face them. Her hands were shaking, but her voice was steady. What is happening? What is she? Her name is Vila, Taiho said. She is from another world. She is hurt. Can you help her? Hey, one looked at Vila's wound. The bandage Taiho had put on was soaked through with purple blood. Her medical training took over. She pointed to a table. Put her there. I need my supplies. Taiho helped Vila onto the table. Hey, one grabbed her medical bag. She put on gloves and began to examine the wound. This is impossible, she muttered. This is completely impossible. But she is real. She is here. And she is dying. Can you save her? Taiho asked. I do not know, Hei-One said honestly. I am a doctor for humans. Not for aliens. But blood is blood. Wounds are wounds. I will try. Hei-One worked quickly. She cleaned the wound properly. She used tools to look inside. The poison is spreading, she said. I can see dark veins around the injury. What did this to her? A weapon, Vila said weakly. The Krell use poison shards. They do not want to kill quickly. They want to track their targets. The poison sends out a signal, so they can find you anywhere? Taiho asked. Yes, Vila said. As long as the poison is in my body, they will know where I am. Hey, one looked worried. I need to get the poison out of your bloodstream. But I do not know how your blood works. I could kill you by accident. Vila reached up and touched her neck device again. She pressed something on it. The device made a sound. Then it projected a small hologram into the air. The hologram showed an image of Vila's body. It showed her organs, her blood vessels, her bones. This is my biology, Vila said. Your medical systems can read this. Use it, Hei-One stared at the hologram. Then she pulled out her tablet. She held it up to the hologram. Her tablet scanned the information. This is amazing, she whispered. This technology is incredible. Focus, Hei-One, Taiho said. Can you help her? Yes, Hei-One said. I think I can, but it will take time. And we need equipment I do not have here. Then we need to move her to a hospital, Taiho said. No, Vila said. Too many people. Too dangerous. Suddenly there was a loud sound outside. A deep humming noise. The walls of the station shook. Dust fell from the ceiling. Taiho ran to the window. What he saw made his blood run cold. A ship was hovering above the forest. It was not a human ship. It was huge and black. It had no wings. It floated in the air like it was ignoring gravity. Light scanned the ground below it. Red beams that swept back and forth. They are here, Vila said. The Krell ship, how many of them are there? Hei-One asked. Usually 3 hunters per ship, Vila said. Sometimes more. They are very dangerous. They have weapons that can cut through metal. They have armor that can stop bullets. And they are trained to track and kill. Taiho thought fast. We cannot stay here. They will find us. We need to move. Where? Hei-One asked. Where can we go that they cannot find us? Taiho remembered something. The old bunker. From the war. It is about 3 miles from here. It is underground, built into the mountain. The walls are thick concrete and metal. Maybe their scanners cannot reach inside. Maybe is not good enough, Hei-One said. It is the best chance we have, Taiho said. We need to go now. Hei-One quickly gathered her medical supplies. She packed them into a bag. Taiho helped Vila stand. She was weak, but she could walk. They moved to the back door of the station. Outside, the forest was bright with morning sun. The Krell ship was still hovering. It was moving slowly, searching. Taiho led them into the trees. He knew a path that would keep them hidden from the air. It was narrow and rough, but it would work. They walked quickly. Vila leaned on Taiho. Hei-One followed behind, watching for danger. The forest was silent except for their footsteps. All the animals had fled from the alien ship. After about 30 minutes, they heard a sound. Electronic screeching. The same sound Teho had heard at his tent. The Krell were on foot now. They were hunting in the forest. Faster, Teho whispered. They moved as quickly as they could. Vila was breathing hard. Her face was pale, but she did not complain. She kept moving. The bunker appeared ahead. It was built into the side of a mountain. The entrance was hidden by trees and rocks. Most people did not know it was there. Teho had found it while doing his research. He had explored it once. It was old and dusty, but it was solid. They reached the entrance. It was a heavy metal door. Teho pulled on it. It was rusted and heavy. Hey, one helped him. Together they got it open. They went inside quickly. Teho pulled the door closed behind them. Inside, the bunker was dark. Teho turned on his flashlight. The beam showed a long tunnel leading down into the mountain. The walls were concrete. The floor was covered with dust and old leaves. This way, Teho said. They walked down the tunnel. It opened into a large room. The room had old equipment in it. Broken radios. Empty boxes. Rusty metal beds. But it was dry and secure. Teho helped Vila sit on one of the beds. Hey, one immediately began checking her wound. The poison is spreading slower now, she said. But it is still spreading. I need to create an antidote. Can you do that? Teho asked. I can try, Hey1 said. But I need to understand the poison first. Vila, can your device analyze the poison? Vila nodded. She touched her neck device. It can. But it needs a sample. Hey1 carefully took a small sample of the purple blood. She held it up to Vila's device. The device scanned it. Then it showed information in the air. Strange symbols and numbers. Can you read this? Hey1 asked. The device will translate, Vila said. She pressed something. The symbols changed to Korean text. Hey1 read it carefully. This is complex, she said. The poison is biological and technological. It is alive in a way. It is spreading through your cells and sending out a signal. But I think I can stop it. I need to create a counteragent. Something that will kill the poison without killing you. How long will that take? Teho asked. Hours, Hey1 said. Maybe longer. I have never done anything like this before. Teho nodded. We wait here. We stay quiet. And we hope the Krell do not find us. Vila looked at Teho. Her strange eyes showed gratitude. Thank you, she said. Both of you. You are risking your lives for me. I do not deserve this kindness. Everyone deserves help when they are hurt, Teho said. That is what makes us human. Vila smiled. It was a sad smile. That is why I came to your world. The Communion has been watching Earth for a long time. They see humans as dangerous, violent, unpredictable, but I saw something else. I saw compassion. I saw people helping each other, even when it cost them. I believed that if I could reach Earth, humans would help me. I was right. What is this Communion? Hey, one asked. The Galactic Communion, Vila said. It is a government, an alliance of many worlds, hundreds of species. They control most of the known galaxy. They say they bring peace and order, but they also bring control. They decide which species can join them, which species are ready, and which species must stay isolated. And Earth? Teho asked. Earth has been quarantined for 200 years, Vila said. The Communion discovered your world during one of your great wars. They saw the violence, the destruction. They decided humans were not ready to join the galaxy. So they put up a barrier. A field that hides Earth from the rest of the universe. You have been prisoners in your own solar system, and you did not even know it. Teho felt cold. Why are you telling us this? Because I have proof, Vila said. She touched the device on her belt. This contains data, secret files from the Communion. They show that Earth is not the only world they have quarantined. There are dozens of others. Species locked away, forgotten. The Communion leadership uses fear to control. They say they are protecting the galaxy, but they are really protecting their power. And you stole this data, HFY said. Yes, Vila said. I was a soldier for the Communion. I believed in their mission, but then I saw the truth. I saw what they did to worlds that refused to obey. They destroyed my home planet when we tried to leave the Communion. They killed billions. They called it necessary. They called it justice, but it was murder. So you took the data and ran, Tejo said. I took the data and came here, Vila said, because I believe humans deserve to know the truth. You deserve the chance to join the galaxy, to meet other species, to explore the stars. The Communion has stolen that from you, and I want to give it back. Before anyone could respond, there was a sound, a scraping noise, metal on metal. It came from above. From the bunker entrance, the Krell had found them. The scraping sound grew louder. Tejo turned off his flashlight. They sat in darkness. HFY's breathing was quick and scared. Vila remained still, but Tejo could feel the tension in her body, above them. Something heavy hit the metal door, once, twice, 3 times. The door groaned but held. Then there was silence. They know we are here, Vila whispered. Can they get in? HFY asked. Eventually, Vila said. Their weapons can cut through almost anything, but it will take time. This bunker is strong. Tejo thought quickly. He remembered exploring the bunker months ago. There was another way out, a back tunnel that led to a different part of the mountain, but it was dangerous. Parts of it had collapsed. He had not gone all the way through. There is another exit, Tejo said. Through the back? It might not be safe, but it is better than waiting here. Show us, Vila said. Tejo turned on his flashlight again. He kept the beam low. He led them to the back of the room. There was a narrow opening in the wall. It was partially blocked by fallen concrete, but there was space to squeeze through. We need to move fast, Tejo said. Can you make it, Vila? I will make it, she said. They heard a new sound. A high-pitched whine, like a drill. The Krell were cutting through the door. Go, Vila said. Now, Tejo went first. He climbed through the opening. The tunnel beyond was narrow and dark. The walls were rough concrete. Water dripped from cracks in the ceiling. He helped HFY through. Then they both pulled Vila behind them. The whining sound grew louder. They could see a bright light through the opening. The Krell were almost through. They ran down the tunnel. It twisted and turned. Parts of the floor were broken. They had to climb over rubble. Tejo's flashlight bounced as he ran. Shadows jumped on the walls. After several minutes, they reached a collapsed section. Rocks and concrete blocked most of the tunnel, but there was a small gap at the top. Big enough for a person to crawl through? Up there, Tejo said. We need to climb. He helped HFY up first. She squeezed through the gap. Then Tejo helped Vila. She was weak and slow. Tejo pushed from below. Finally, she made it through. Behind them, they heard electronic screeching. The Krell had entered the tunnel. They were coming. Tejo climbed quickly. His hands scraped on the rough concrete. He pulled himself through the gap. On the other side, the tunnel continued. This part looked older, more damaged, but it was still passable. They ran again. Tejo did not know how long they ran. Minutes felt like hours. His legs burned. His lungs ached. But he did not stop. Finally, they saw light ahead. Real light, daylight. The tunnel opened into a small cave. The cave led outside. They stumbled out into the forest. The sun was high in the sky now. It was afternoon. Tejo looked around. They were on the far side of the mountain, miles from where they started. The Krell ship was not visible from here. We need to keep moving, Tejo said. Put distance between us and them. But Vila collapsed. She fell to her knees. Her silver skin looked gray now. She was shaking. The poison, HFY said. She knelt beside Vila. It is getting worse. We need to treat her now. or she will die. Teho looked around. They were in a forest clearing. There was a stream nearby. Trees provided cover. It was not safe, but nowhere was safe now. Here, he said. We stop here. Hey, one laid out her medical supplies. She had bottles and syringes and bandages. She had been working on the antidote while they were in the bunker. She had used Vila's device to create a formula, but she had not tested it. This might work, HFY said. Or it might kill you. I do not know. Do it, Vila said. I trust you. Hey, one filled a syringe with a blue liquid. She injected it into Vila's arm. Vila gasped. Her body went rigid. Her eyes rolled back. Vila! Teho shouted. For a terrible moment, nothing happened. Then Vila's body relaxed. She took a deep breath. Color returned to her skin. The dark veins around her wound began to fade. It is working, HFY said. She sounded amazed. It is actually working. Vila opened her eyes. She looked at HFY. You saved my life. You created an antidote for an alien poison with primitive equipment in a few hours. That is incredible. HFY smiled. We humans are good at solving problems. Vila sat up slowly. She looked stronger already. The poison is gone, but that means the Krell cannot track me anymore. They will have to search for us the old way. That gives us time. Time for what? Teho asked. Time to complete my mission, Vila said. I came to Earth to share the data I stole, to tell humans the truth about the communion, about the quarantine. But I need a way to broadcast the information, a way to reach many people at once. The internet, HFY said. We can upload the data to the internet. Everyone will see it. The communion monitors your internet, Vila said. They will block the data before it spreads. I need something stronger, something that can break through their monitoring systems. And I need to transmit the data beyond Earth, to other worlds, to the resistance fighters who are waiting for proof of the communion's crimes. Teho thought about this. We need a powerful transmitter, something that can send a signal into space, but also something that can reach people on Earth. Where can we find such a thing? Vila asked. Seoul, Teho said. The capital city? There are telecommunications towers there. Very powerful ones. And I know someone who might help us. Who? Hey, one asked. His name is Dongsu, Teho said. He runs a radio show. He talks about government secrets, conspiracies. Most people think he is crazy. But he has connections. He has equipment. And he has been saying for years that aliens are real. Vila managed a weak laugh. He was right. But Seoul is far from here, HFY said. How do we get there without being caught? We drive, Teho said. My truck is at the research station. If we can get back to it, we can drive to Seoul. It will take several hours. But we can do it. The Krell will be searching for us, Vila warned. Then we need to be smart, Teho said. We stay off main roads. We move at night. We hide during the day. Hey, one looked worried. This is insane. We are going to drive across the country with an alien, while being hunted by other aliens. This cannot work. It has to work, Vila said. The future of your species depends on it. If the communion keeps you isolated, you will never reach the stars. You will never meet other races. You will be alone in the universe forever. Is that what you want? No, Teho said. We deserve to know the truth. We deserve the chance to decide our own future. Vila reached into a pocket on her suit. She pulled out the small data device. It glowed with a soft light. This contains everything. Proof of the quarantine. Proof of the communion's crimes. Names of the leaders who gave the orders. Evidence of other worlds they have suppressed. If we can broadcast this, it will change everything. Not just for Earth, for the entire galaxy. Why did you choose Earth? Hey, one asked. Out of all the worlds they have quarantined, why come here? Vila was quiet for a moment. Because I studied your history. I watched your people. You are strange. You fight terrible wars. You hurt each other. You make terrible mistakes. But you also do something no other species does. You help strangers. You save people you do not know. You risk your lives for others. Even for those who are different from you. The communion sees your violence and judges you as dangerous. But I see your compassion and I see hope. If any species can change the galaxy, it is humans. Teho felt something stir in his chest, pride, hope, fear, all mixed together. Then we better not let you down? They rested for a few more minutes. Vila grew stronger. The antidote was working well. She could walk on her own now. Hey, one packed her supplies. Teho checked their surroundings. We need to go, he said. The sun is setting. We should move while we still have light. They started walking. Teho led them through the forest. He knew these mountains. He knew how to move quietly. How to leave no trail. His years of studying wildlife had taught him well. After an hour, they reached the research station. Teho's truck was still there. It was old and dusty, but it ran well. They climbed in. Vila sat in the back. Hey, one sat in front with T-Ho. Started the engine. It rumbled to life. Here we go, he said. They drove down the narrow mountain road. The sun was setting behind them. The sky turned orange and red. Teho kept glancing in the rearview mirror. Looking for the Krell ship? Looking for danger, but for now, they were alone. 3 people in an old truck. 1 human man. 1 human woman. 1 alien. Together against an entire galactic empire. What do we do when we reach Sol? Hey, one asked. We find Dongsu, Teho said. We tell him everything. And we hope he believes us. He will believe, Vila said from the back seat. Humans always believe in hope. That is your greatest strength, and the communion's greatest fear. The truck rolled on into the darkness. Behind them, the mountains faded from view. Ahead, the city lights of Seoul glowed on the horizon. And somewhere above, hidden in the night sky, the Krell were still hunting. The real fight was about to begin. They reached Seoul after midnight. The city was bright with lights. Buildings rose high into the sky. Cars filled the streets even at this late hour. Teho drove carefully. He did not want to attract attention. Dongsu's radio station was in a small building near the river. Teho had been there once before, years ago. He remembered Dongsu as an energetic man. Always talking. Always excited about his theories. Teho parked the truck in an alley behind the building. They got out. Vila pulled a hood over her head. In the darkness, she could pass as human. But they needed to be careful. They climbed the stairs to the 3rd floor. Teho knocked on a metal door. Loud music played inside. After a moment, the door opened. Dong-Su stood there. He was a short man with messy hair and glasses. He wore a shirt with a picture of a UFO on it. He looked at Teho. Do I know you? My name is Teho. I visited your show 2 years ago. I talked about wildlife conservation. Oh, yes, Dongsu said. I remember. But why are you here now? My show is not on the air. We need your help, Teho said. It is important. Very important. Dongsu looked suspicious. Then he noticed Vila. Who is your friend? Why is she wearing a hood inside? Can we come in? Teho asked. I promise you will want to hear this. Dongsu stepped aside. They entered the studio. It was cluttered with equipment, computers, microphones, wires everywhere. Posters of aliens and UFOs covered the walls. Okay, Dongsu said. What is this about? Teho looked at Vila. She nodded. She pulled back her hood. Dongsu's eyes went wide. His mouth fell open. He stumbled backward. He hit a desk. Papers fell to the floor. I knew it, he whispered. I knew it. Aliens are real. They are real. Please do not scream, Vila said. I am not screaming, Dongsu said. He was screaming a little. I am just excited. This is the greatest moment of my life. I have been saying this for years. For years. And everyone called me crazy. But I was right. Dong-su, Taeho said firmly. We need your help. We are in danger. And so is the entire world. Can you focus? Dong-su took deep breaths. He adjusted his glasses. Okay, I am focused. Tell me everything. They explained everything. The communion. The quarantine. The data Vila carried. The Krell hunters. Dong-su listened. His eyes grew wider with every word. This is incredible, he said. This is bigger than anything I ever imagined. And you want to broadcast this data? To the world? And beyond the world, Vila said. I need to send it into space. To reach the resistance fighters. To reach other civilizations. To start a revolution. Dong-su laughed. It was a slightly crazy laugh. I can do that. I have equipment that can broadcast to the entire city. And I have friends. Friends who have access to stronger transmitters. We can boost the signal. Make it powerful enough to break through atmosphere. But we will need help. What kind of help? Hey, one asked. Technical help, Dong-su said. Someone who understands telecommunications. Someone who can access the city's main transmission tower. He looked at Taeho. Do you know anyone like that? Taeho thought. Then he remembered. My sister, Bura, she works for a telecommunications company. She is an engineer. Can we trust her? Vila asked. She is my sister, Taeho said. I trust her with my life. Then call her, Dong-su said. Taeho pulled out his phone. He had not talked to Bura in months. They had argued the last time they spoke, but he hoped she would answer. He dialed her number. The phone rang 3 times. Then a sleepy voice answered. Taeho, do you know what time it is? Bura, I need your help. It is an emergency. What kind of emergency? She sounded more awake now, concerned. I cannot explain over the phone. Can you meet me? Please. It is important. There was silence. Then Bura sighed. Where are you? Taeho gave her the address. She said she would be there in 30 minutes. He hung up. She is coming, Taeho said. They waited. Dong-su made tea. He kept staring at Vila. I have so many questions, he said. What is your planet like? How fast is your ship? Are there other aliens on Earth? Focus, Dong-su, Taeho said. Exactly 30 minutes later there was a knock on the door. Taeho opened it. Bura stood there. She was a tall woman with short hair. She wore casual clothes. She looked tired and annoyed. This better be good, Taeho. I have work in the morning. Come in, Taeho said. Bura entered. She saw Haewon. She saw Dong-su. Then she saw Vila. Her face went pale. What is that? She is not a that, Taeho said. Her name is Vila. She is from another world. And we need your help. Bura looked at Taeho like he was insane. Is this a joke? Some kind of prank? It is not a joke, Vila said. She stepped forward. I am real. This is real. And your world is in danger. Bura stared at Vila. She reached out slowly and touched Vila's silver skin. It was real. Bura's hand shook. Okay, I believe you. What do you need from me? They explained the plan. Bura listened carefully. When they finished, she nodded. I can get you access to the transmission tower. Namsan Tower. It is the tallest in the city. But security is tight. We will need to be clever. Can you do it? Taeho asked. I can do it, Bura said. I have access codes. I know the systems. But this is illegal. Very illegal. We could go to prison. Or we could change history, Vila said. Free your species from imprisonment. Give humanity a place among the stars. Bura smiled. When you put it that way, prison does not sound so bad. She looked at her brother. You always find the most interesting trouble, Taeho. They began to plan. Dong-su pulled out maps of the city. Bura explained the tower's security systems. Vila described how her device would transmit the data. The broadcast needs to last at least 10 minutes, Vila said. That will give the signal time to reach beyond your planet, to break through the quarantine field. Once it starts, the communion will try to stop it. But if we can hold them off for 10 minutes, the data will spread. It will reach the resistance. It will reach other worlds. And then the truth will be everywhere. What about the Krell? Hey, one asked. They are still hunting you. They are hunting all of us now, Vila said. They know you helped me. You are all targets. As if on cue, there was a sound outside. A loud humming. The building shook. Tejo ran to the window. His heart sank. The Krell ship was hovering above the street. Its lights swept across buildings. People below were running, screaming. Some were taking pictures with their phones. They found us, Tejo said. How? Dong-Su asked. They must have scanned the city, Vila said. Searched for my energy signature. They are more desperate now. More aggressive. We need to leave, Bo-Ra said. Now, they grabbed what they could. Dong-Su took his equipment. Vila held her data device close. They ran down the stairs. But when they reached the street, a figure blocked their path. It was a Krell hunter, tall, armored, weapon raised. Its faceless helmet turned toward them. The red lights focused on Vila. The Krell spoke. Its voice came through a speaker. It sounded mechanical, cold. Vila of the Resistance. You are under arrest. Surrender the data or be destroyed. Run. Tejo shouted. They scattered. The Krell fired. A blue beam of energy shot past Tejo's head. It hit a wall. The concrete exploded. People on the street screamed louder. Tejo grabbed Bo-Ra's hand. They ran down an alley. Behind them, they heard more energy weapons firing. They heard Dong-Su yelling. Hey, one shouting. But Tejo did not look back. He just ran. They emerged onto a busy street. Cars honked. People stared. Tejo looked around wildly. Where was the truck? Where were the others? Then he heard a sound. A roar of engines. The Krell ship was descending. It was coming down into the street. Cars swerved to avoid it. Metal scraped on asphalt. A door opened on the ship's side. A figure stepped out. Not a Krell hunter. This was different, taller, more elegant. It wore white armor instead of black. Its helmet was transparent. Tejo could see its face. It looked almost human. But its eyes were solid gold. The figure spoke. Its voice was loud, amplified. Humans, you are interfering in matters beyond your understanding. The one called Vila is a criminal. She has stolen property of the Galactic Communion. Return her to us and you will not be harmed. Tejo felt Bo-Ra grip his hand tighter. He looked at his sister. She was scared, but she was also angry. What do we do? She whispered. Te-Ho saw Vila then. She was across the street. Hey, One and Dong-Su were with her. They were trapped. Krell hunters surrounded them. The figure in white armor walked toward Vila. You have caused much trouble, Vila, but it ends now. Give me the data. Come quietly. I will make your death quick. No, Vila said. The figure tilted its head. No, I will not go quietly, Vila said. I will not stop fighting. And these humans will not stop fighting either. You underestimate them. You always have. The figure laughed. It was a cold sound. Humans? These primitives? What can they do against us? Tejo looked around. People were watching from windows, from doorways, from behind cars. Dozens of people, maybe hundreds, all staring at the alien ship, at the hunters, at Vila. And they were all recording. Every phone in sight was pointed at the scene. Tejo realized something. The Communion had kept themselves hidden from humanity for 200 years. But now they were in the middle of Seoul, in public. Being recorded, the secret was already out. Te-Ho stepped forward, into the open. You asked what humans can do? He shouted. We can show the world the truth. We can spread information faster than you can stop it. Every person here is recording this. Every phone is sending this video to the internet. By morning. The standoff lasted for long seconds. Nobody moved. The Krell hunters kept their weapons aimed. The humans kept recording. Vila stood tall despite her injuries. And the figure in white armor watched everything with cold golden eyes. Then the figure spoke into a device on its wrist. Commander Iris, this is Captain Vex. Situation has escalated. The quarantine is compromised. Requesting orders. There was static. Then a new voice came through. A woman's voice. Captain Vex, this is Commander Iris. Stand down. Do not harm the humans. I repeat, stand down. Vex looked confused. Commander? But the mission is over, Iris said. I am on approach. Do nothing until I arrive. The communication ended. Vex lowered his hand. The Krell hunters lowered their weapons slightly. But they did not leave. Tejo looked at Vila. She looked surprised. Iris is coming? That is unexpected. Who is Iris? Hey, one asked. She is a commander in the Communion fleet, Vila said. But she is also part of the Resistance. She has been helping us secretly. If she is coming here, it means something important is happening. Minutes passed. The crowd of humans grew larger. More people came to see the aliens. Police sirens wailed in the distance. The human authorities were coming too. Then the sky lit up. Another ship appeared. This one was smaller than the Krell vessel. More elegant. It was silver and blue. It descended slowly and landed in the street beside the black ship. A door opened. A figure stepped out. She was tall and graceful. Her armor was blue and silver. Her helmet was off. Her face was beautiful and strange. Her skin was pale blue. Her hair was white. Her eyes were violet. She walked toward Vex. Captain, you have made a mess. Commander Iris, Vex said. I was following orders. I was retrieving the stolen data and apprehending the criminal. In the middle of a populated city, Iris said. In front of hundreds of witnesses? While being recorded. Do you realize what you have done? The quarantine was secret. Now it is public knowledge. Every human on this planet will know about us by morning. Then we erase their memories, Vex said. We have the technology. We do not have the technology to erase the memories of 8 billion people, Iris said sharply. The damage is done. The Communion will have to respond. And that response will change everything. She turned to face Vila. Her expression softened. Hello, Vila. It has been a long time. Iris, Vila said. I did not expect to see you here. I have been following your progress, Iris said. The Resistance has been watching. When you stole the data, we knew the Communion would send hunters. We knew you would need help. So I volunteered to oversee the operation. But I did not expect you to come to Earth. I had to, Vila said. This is where the evidence would have the most impact. Humans deserve to know the truth. Iris looked at the humans. At Tejo, at Beora, at Haewon and Dong Su, at the crowds watching from a distance. You trust these people? Yes, Vila said. They risked their lives for me. They are brave. They are compassionate. They are everything the Communion fears. Iris nodded slowly. Then perhaps it is time. She raised her voice so everyone could hear. Humans of Earth, my name is Commander Iris. I serve in the Galactic Communion fleet. But I also serve something greater, truth, justice, freedom. For 200 years, your world has been quarantined, hidden from the rest of the galaxy. You have been prisoners without even knowing it. This was done by the Communion leadership. They feared you. They feared your potential. So they locked you away. The crowd was silent, listening, recording every word. But the time for secrets is over, Iris continued. Vila carries data that exposes the Communion's crimes. Not just against Earth, against dozens of worlds. Species that were suppressed, controlled, some were destroyed when they resisted. The Communion claims to bring peace. but they bring tyranny. And today that tyranny ends. Iris turned to Vex. Captain, you have a choice. You can continue to follow orders from corrupt leaders, or you can choose to do what is right. What will it be? Vex stood silently. His golden eyes moved between Iris and Vila, between the humans and his Krell hunters. Finally he spoke. What makes you think humans are ready? They fight wars. They destroy their own planet. They cannot even unite their own species. How can they join the galaxy? Tejo stepped forward. You are right. We fight, we make mistakes. We hurt each other sometimes. But we also help each other. We build. We learn. We grow. Every day we try to be better than we were yesterday. Maybe we are not perfect. But who is? And why should you decide if we are ready? That choice belongs to us. Not to you? Not to the communion. To us, Aura spoke next. You locked us away because you were afraid. Afraid we would challenge you. Afraid we would not obey. Well, you were right to be afraid. Because we will never stop fighting for freedom. Not for ourselves. Not for others. That is what makes us human. Hey, one added, you saw our violence and judged us. But you did not see our compassion. You did not see strangers helping strangers. You did not see people giving their lives to save others. You did not see the love and kindness that exists in every human heart. Dongsu grinned. Plus, we have really good food. And music. And art. You guys are missing out. Despite the tension, several people laughed. Even Iris smiled. Vex looked at his Krell hunters. Then he looked at the humans. The thousands of humans watching, recording, witnessing history. Perhaps, Vex said slowly, we have been wrong. He touched his wrist device. All Krell units. Stand down. Lower your weapons. This hunt is over. The Krell hunters obeyed. They lowered their weapons. They stepped back. Iris nodded. A wise decision, Captain. She turned to Vila. Do you still have the data? Vila held up the device. I do. Then let us broadcast it, Iris said. Let the galaxy know the truth. Biora stepped forward. We can help with that. Namsen Tower is not far from here. With your technology and our systems, we can send the signal far. Very far. How far? Vila asked. To every corner of the galaxy, Iris said. The resistance is waiting. They have ships ready? Transmitters ready. Once you start the broadcast, they will amplify it. Share it, spread it to every world in the communion. By tomorrow, every species will know what their leaders have done. They moved quickly. Tejo and Biora led the way to Namsen Tower. The group was large now. Vila, Iris, Heiwan, Dongsu, even Vex and his Krell hunters came along. They were no longer enemies. They were witnesses to history. The police arrived, but Iris spoke to them. She explained everything. The police were shocked, confused, but they did not interfere. They secured the area instead. They kept the crowds safe. At Namsen Tower, Beor used her access codes. They entered the facility. They climbed to the transmission room at the top. The view from there was incredible. All of Seoul spread out below. Millions of lights. Millions of people. All about to learn they were not alone in the universe. Bakura and Dongsu worked with Vila to set up the transmission. They connected Vila's device to the tower's systems. Iris provided additional equipment from her ship. The technology merged. Alien and human working together. We are ready, Beora said. The signal will reach the entire planet. And with Commander Iris's boosters, it will reach beyond. How long do we need? Vila asked. 10 minutes, Iris said. After that, the data will be in too many places to stop. Vila looked at Tejo. When I crashed on top of you in that tent, I did not know what would happen. I was just a refugee, desperate, dying, but you helped me. You risked everything for a stranger. For an alien. You showed me that humans are everything I believe them to be. You gave us a gift, Tejo said. You gave us the truth. You gave us our freedom. How can we not fight for that? Vila smiled. She pressed a button on the device. Then let us give that gift to everyone. The transmission began. Data flowed from Vila's device into the tower's systems. From there, it spread across Earth's internet. Every screen, every phone, every computer. People saw files, videos, documents, proof of the communion's crimes, proof of the quarantine, proof that humanity was not alone, but the signal also went up. Into space, through Iris's boosters, to resistance ships hiding throughout the galaxy, and from those ships to other worlds, to suppressed species, to hidden colonies. To anyone who had ever questioned the communion's rule, the 10 minutes felt like hours. They watched as the data spread. They watched as the world changed. News broadcasts interrupted their programs. Governments issued statements. Scientists analyzed the data. People filled the streets. Some were scared. Some were excited. Some were angry. But all of them knew the truth now. When the 10 minutes ended, Vila shut down the device. It is done, she said quietly. The truth is out there. No one can stop it now. Iris checked her communication device. The resistance is reporting success. The data reached over 200 worlds. Communion leadership is in chaos. There are protests on dozens of planets. Some fleet commanders are defecting to the resistance. Everything is changing. What happens now? Hey, one asked. Now we rebuild, Iris said. The communion will not fall overnight. But it will change. It will have to. The old ways are finished. A new era is beginning. An era of freedom, of truth, and Earth will be part of it. Vex stepped forward. I will take responsibility for my actions. I will testify about the orders I received, about the crimes I witnessed. If that helps, I will do it. It helps, Iris said. Thank you, Captain. They stood together at the top of the tower. Humans and aliens,